going on, everybody?
What's up? Yeah, I'm looking at that intro picture, and it's like, yo, I was woofing on that one with the beard. That joint was woofing.
Oh, we're gonna have to update it now. The Godfrey went a little slender in the face. Everybody observe the new Godfrey. Look how clean and fresh he looks. All lined up.
Fresh beard today. Yep.
He still got no upper lip, but
I mean, we all can't be perfect, but that is true.
I mean, I don't really have an upper lip either, but your joint's definitely gone.
I mean, it's here, but it's it's.
Let me see. I don't know. Pucker them things up. All right, there it is. There it is. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Funkin Homies. Appreciate y'all checking in with us. We're on a little light in the beginning. What's going on, Chris? What's up, enthusiasts? How we doing, man? Godfrey, people want to know what you've been up to.
Partying. Not really, but busy. Working on things. Helping my brother out. Bio bombs. The day job. A little bit. You know what? I have bought Battlefield and downloaded, but I haven't played around yet since the beta, which I need to correct immediately.
All right, I'm about to boot you out of the podcast. I'll handle this one by myself. You need to go take care of playing some Battlefield.
Battlefield 6 therapy session.
You are missing out, dog.
Yeah, I got a couple. There's a couple cats I know and I run some. So, but I'm definitely gonna do that. Yeah, some dudes were like, everybody seems to be in it. So salivating over Battlefield since I haven't played it yet. Bro, but salivating over it,
that shit is insane, bro.
Yeah,
insane. I was playing last night with Tyler, dude. I went it was like my best game I had in years. I went like 19-5 and 18 assists or something like that. It was just plucking cats, dude.
Lip filler. Yeah,
Get guy for a little lip filler action.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little popping lips before you go out to SEMA.
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know. That would look weird. It'd look like a duck. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people got too much lip. That's all I know. I see some lips and I'm just like, damn. And they're not natural. You know what I mean? Like,
it's usually white people that have no upper lip.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, man. I'm doing I was at the gym last night. So I've been
you feeling yourself, Godfrey. You got the beard trimmed up.
Every other day, get the guns coming back. It's crazy. Like you go back to the gym and you'll gain like an instant 4 pounds, which is okay. You're like, wow. So awesome. I was told that's a good thing if that happens that quickly.
100%.
So that's encouraging, and just getting in there, and it's I'm about my business when I get in there. Like, it might only be 25-30 minutes, but I'm not playing on the phone. I'm not like taking like 10-minute rest in between sets. Like, I'm like, let's go. You know what I mean? I see some cats at the gym. They're just like sitting on the bench, just like.
It depends, man. Certain cats take 2-3 minute breaks in between their sets. You know what I mean? Some guys like to be fully recharged.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to get in and out. I want to get it done.
It all depends, dude. If I get gassed out doing it, a superset or something like that, I'm taking a solid 2 minutes in between.
Yeah. It's not the worst. But yeah, doing that, and just getting ready for SEMA. It's right around the corner. It's closer and closer.
What are you doing for your actual workout plan? Like, what are you following?
Man, I'm just working chest, arms, and legs, and I'm just taking a body part of the day each day. You know what I mean?
How you figuring out what to do on each?
I'm looking at the machines and seeing what body part it works by the machines.
So do yourself a favor, go on the ChatGPT, write up a little prompt that says, what your goals are, where you're trying to get to, how long it's been since you've been to the gym, how many days you have, how much time you have, and then just basically tell it to work out a split series for you or whatever for however many days, and it'll give you a nice little thing or whatever to break it down. What's really wild is you can take it from there and you can be like, yo, what's the best diet that I should eat, timing I should eat during everything, whatever. It'll rip down a whole bunch of meals for you for the week. And then you can have it break it down into a grocery list and you go right to the grocery store and literally it'll be right on a list. You buy everything and you just go back home.
I'm about to do Blue Apron because I get 50% off through my job. I was like,
that's a pretty decent deal.
I was like, a word? I was like, let's do it. Because they're investing.
Blue Apron's the one that sends all the stuff you got to cook, right? So everything's vegetables, it's whatever. You chop it up and do everything. Okay.
It's one of the healthier options, but it's kind of like, I don't know, they do all the prep for you and then you just do it. You make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've done all those things over the years, man. Those, they're pretty cool. A lot of those are cool. I forget what the other ones are called. It's like Green Chef or something like that. Or was like an easy plate one. That one was ghetto, but yeah,
Some of them were bad. I was like, oh, what
that's
is
what I mean. Some of them are just like, eh.
frozen garbage? You know what I mean? You're like, ugh. You
Well, it's
know,
not even that. So like, there's no diversity in it. You're getting the same kind of thing. It's like always carrots and this and that or whatever. And it's like, just like to mix it up a little bit. But I think
yeah,
like Green Chef was one of the best ones. I don't think I ever tried Blue Apron over the years, but
yeah. They're trying to build an AI into at least my company into like where it helps you select the healthier choices based off what the AI, what you put in the AI.
okay. Factor's a good one. They're all pre-made meals though.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna do Blue Apron just because we'll try it. Just 50% off. You can't beat that deal. So I'm like, yeah, hell yeah.
Factor's cool. If you do Factor, they're like pre-cooked meals. It's like 7 minutes in the oven or something, or 3 minutes on microwave, whatever we're gonna do. But they come like cold. They're not frozen. You know what I mean? And basically, you just cook them down, and they're all portioned out depending on what you want or whatever. It's a nice little option. But when you first sign up, they'll give you 50% off your first like whatever order. So you could order like 18 meals, and it'll charge you for like 9 of them. And then the following week, you just got to cut it back to whatever you actually want, but it'll at least get you a couple. And then you could cut it like a month later, and they'll send you back a thing a month after that. Like, yo, come back, we'll give you 50% off, and you can order 18 again. You know what I mean? So
ChatGPT is ruining my English. Nothing I write on my own makes sense anymore.
that's a fact.
Yeah. What's up, Jordan? Welcome, welcome. Yeah. So
Haji Boo Boo, what up?
what's up? Without further ado, let's bring in our guest.
Big Mike.
Is that before or after? It's after.
I missed the button. I hit like above the add button.
I was out in the middle of the field, like, where's my backup? No.
What's going on, Mike? How are you?
Mike?
Not much. Good. You guys?
Can't complain.
Can't
man.
complain.
Little stuff.
You take your kill to death ratio on Battlefield and flip it, and that's mine.
Oh, bro, I'm trash, bro.
Smoked on that game.
I'm trash, bro. Don't get me wrong. Like I play that game just to have fun because it's like a dopamine rush that just does not stop from like the second you go into the map till the minute it's over.
That's how Call of Duty was for me when I was deploying all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call of Duty was. I'm transparently. I haven't played Call of Duty probably since what's that Modern Warfare 2. What was the one after Modern Warfare?
Really haven't been missing much then.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
They've just all went.
I played last time. It got too cartoony. I mean, Battlefield's a whole other ballgame. But
listen, man, I've been in Battlefield for years, dude. I got all my boys coming back over from Call of Duty, and I am doing nothing but talking shit and enjoying every minute of it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you're fighting, you're playing Call of Duty, and you're like, was that Beavis and Butthead? Just you're like,
it's so weird.
Yeah, I'm like,
so
was that Shaq? Like
they're getting cooked this year. Like the pre-orders, the player counts on BF is like 750,000 or something like that. And it was like just on Steam. You know what I mean? Like they are getting Call of Duty got cooked as soon as that lead designer came out. She's like, yeah, we put a cat cafe in, and there's like a karaoke bar, and like we can't wait to hear people call out like, hey, they're in the cat cafe. I'm like, yeah, y'all are done.
Cat cafe.
Yeah, there's like a restaurant that's like a cat. It's like a cat cafe, and there's like a karaoke bar on the map, and like this girl's like all excited about like she's like a lead developer or something. She's like, oh yeah, there's a cat cafe and there's a little karaoke bar. It's a lot of fun. We like can't wait to hear people call out like he's in the karaoke bar, and I'm just like, whoever said it was cool to release that video, it was like bad play, bad PR move, bad play. Y'all just killed yourself.
They're taking some of mine.
Yeah, man, that's yeah. I look at that like when I'm looking at the cat cafe stuff. It reminds me of like Horizon Worlds and the virtual reality worlds. That's where you go for that stuff. Not Call of Duty, not Battlefield. Like the virtual reality worlds where like it's. I get a kick out of virtual reality worlds, right? Where people get upset when what do they call it? Like phantom like sense where like people are like, don't walk through me. They get all pissed. Like when you walk through them in the virtual reality world, it's like causes chaos. And so there's dudes on there that just purposely walk through people and just
of course certain people want to watch the world burn, man. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, I can't lie. I would probably do that too, but am I bothering you? It's like
I'm learning a lot about you right now, Godfrey.
Yeah, listen, it's called like it's wild.
Stick around, bro. It's only gonna get more interesting.
If you see like the stuff you see in there, you're like, what is this real? And then
virtual.
But the funny thing is, I see the guys in there and they'll take like a picture of someone. Like, did you just take a picture of me? Now, keep in mind, this is virtual reality. They don't look anything like themselves, and they
They probably don't have arms either. I think one of the hard things with like virtual reality is that they can't get arms and legs right or something like that.
they're
'cause of
dressed
the
like a
fluidity.
Pegasus and a dinosaur, and it's like, did you just take a picture of me? And they're dead serious, and I can't stop watching it. It kills me because the people's reactions, they're not even joking. So the dude is obviously trolling them, and I'm just, whatever. That's where that belongs. So you go to the cat cafe and troll people, like,
You ain't catching me on Call of Duty, bro. You could put that game right in front of me with a gun on the side of my head. I probably still would tell you I'm not playing it.
Yeah. And I'm going on Xbox personally. That's me. But some people are PC, but
PC here.
the
Yeah,
controller.
God bless you, man. I'm telling you, y'all got such a beautiful experience. I can only imagine, dude, because it is
Well-
so good looking on Xbox. I can't imagine how sweet that thing is on PC, bro.
It's nice. It's sun glare is horrible though.
Is
Really?
it?
Yeah, I still have to mess with the resolution on it because there's some of the maps where you're just blind. Like you
It's
really
'cause
can't see anything.
Because the lighting is just see the problem with those games, right? It's like they get so good like that and realistic with the lighting. Cause like that happens, right? Like we drive down
Mhm.
certain roads or whatever in the morning at certain times of year. It's like, dude, like you can't see shit in front of you. And like that's real deal. Like I like that or whatever, but like everybody's turning all their brightness down and shit like that so that they can see the people behind. Like so
But they made it good because once you start doing that, you can't see anything that
in the
has any
dark, right?
shadows to it.
Yeah, true that. True that.
So
Realistic. Yeah, that's the more realistic of the two. That's right. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay. I think Battlefield is just more realistic. That's why I liked it over COD.
I can't believe I'm so disappointed in Jordan right now.
What
Platform people playing COD on. Nobody's playing COD anymore, girl. That's what we're talking about. That shit is dead.
she just got back into it.
Oh,
I am not.
come to the dark side, boo. We got you.
I'm not feeling inadequate with my short beard. Actually, I'm feeling younger. That's the comment I've gotten. So you were wrong, Chris. I do not feel inadequate. I was not held down, and it was not cut off against my will. So,
Godfrey, I think you look good, man. You got baby face right now.
yeah, man, it's weird. I'm like,
I think you're losing some of the. I mean, I don't think your head is as round as it was 2 weeks ago. You had this big. Godfrey's got one of the roundest heads in the entire world, bro. No bullshit.
Well, thank God I shaved my
Anybody
head.
that sees him and meets him in SEMA, just ask him to put his hat. Say, give me your hat, and put his hat on. You're like, oh my gosh, what size head you wear, Godfrey? Like 7 5/8 or something like that.
Yeah,
Damn, you got a dome.
it's really
That
7
dome,
5/8, but comfortably 7 3/4 because you can never trust a hat. You know what I mean? It's 7 5. You can't trust like when they make the hats.
can't.
Like it's always
can't.
always smaller, and you're just better off going a little up. So I
Have
just
you
go
tried-
7 3/4.
Have you tried mammoth hats yet?
I have not tried mammoth hats.
They're
Made for bigger
made for
people's heads, right?
big
Yep.
head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can you buy
Wow.
blanks of those too?
I
bet
think
you.
so.
Interesting. I think I'm gonna. Have to look
I would
into
check
that.
them out. Like my buddy's kid, he's 10 years old, 9 or 10 years old, and he's on the last notch of a regular hat.
Get out
That
of
boy,
town.
big ass dome.
That,
Holy
dad, though,
smokes.
that's a fucking basketball.
Yeah, his dad has a bigger head than him. Like he's on like 3.
Is that Andre the
notches
Giant's son?
on
Is it like
mammoth.
6'11" or something like that?
They're munchkins.
That's crazy.
What I'm visualizing in my head right now is
Big
wild.
boys, though. They're both big boys.
Big.
They
Yeah,
gotta be
they're
big
both
boys.
big boys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jordan. Leave his head alone. He's a saint. I appreciate that. Thank you.
It just means he has a big brain up in there.
Exactly.
Used,
Exactly.
but it's a big brain.
No, the
exactly.
beard did add puffiness to the face though, because you try to keep it down, but the beard just go once it gets past a certain length, it's just
Yep.
nothing you can do.
Not looks good on you short, man. I think
Yeah,
the people
appreciate
I think the people agree.
Some people might not even recognize me and see him like, where's Godfrey at? Like, I'm right
Yeah.
here. Right here.
It's because you're withering away to nothing, bro.
Right.
I'll tell
But,
you what's gonna be cool, right? Because we can take footage from last year that we got and compare it to this year or whatever. And you're probably gonna see a substantial difference for yourself. As
Yeah,
far
for
as,
sure.
like, the weight, face, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So congratulations, man. You've been working hard. You deserve it.
Maybe we can get nice weather this year instead of that shit ass 60-degree balmy like wind weather last year.
I think that's what did me in.
Was the weather?
Yeah.
The weather was rough last year. It was crazy. Me and Godfrey had such a bad run for like 2.5 years together. Like anytime we would travel anywhere, like we were going like Florida, weather was shit. Go to Vegas, weather was shit. Back to Florida, weather was shit. Like we
Okay, I'll blame you
couldn't
guys
catch a
for it.
break. California, out for one day, weather was shit.
Yeah.
We just didn't have much luck. But this past year for MTE, we have really nice weather down in Florida. So hoping we keep the streak going this year.
Yeah. MTE was good. Vegas, they need to step their game up. So
Listen, man, Seaman's gonna be here before you know it, bro. I mean, like
Yeah,
soon.
A couple weeks away.
I know.
Yeah,
I still
man.
have to get my dang hotel room.
No.
Yeah, I still haven't done it yet.
Oh man, you better watch. They're gonna get you for the extra pricing now.
Oh well,
Yeah,
it's a business write-off.
Exactly.
you'll be all right. Yeah, you'll be all right for sure. Yep. So, Mike, we met on TikTok Live, right? That's how we met, through a bunch of other people.
I think we met through Chris and Stan.
Yeah, and
Shout out to the boys.
I think I inboxed you about bio bombs.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, let me hook you up with that.
So I met you, and then I called you like a couple days later, and we had
Mhm.
like an hour conversation or something like that.
the pitch wasn't as condensed then, you know what I mean? But
Definitely wasn't. I was like, look, I'm trying to get my smoothie and get back to work.
It's a lot more condensed now. It's like, you want it? Chlorine dioxide. All right, here's your email. No, it's not that bad. But it's like,
Nah, it's funny, man, because like when you first start doing it, for sure, you're like 25, 30 minutes in the thing, you're kicking it, you're trying to cover every single thing you possibly can cover. And like as you're like, you guys know the deal, man. As soon as you pitching your services or whatever, when you first start, it's a completely different ballpark than where you're at now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yep.
What's up, Birdie? What's up? So
what up, Birdie?
What's up, Tyler?
Yep. So yeah, we met there, and he does planes, right? So we, have Mike here. Kind of wanted to talk to him about, his origins, what got him into the detail game, et cetera, et cetera. So my question is, what got you into the detail game? Like, we started doing cars, you were telling me earlier first, and then it kind of converted.
So I knew I was going to be able to hold a job after the military, with my attitude and everything like that.
Thank you for your service, brother.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
So I had to come up with an idea on what I wanted to do, and I love detailing cars. Like, I love cleaning them. It's just relaxing. Like, you disconnect from everything. Put your headphones on, listen to music, just disconnect.
Yep.
So that's how it all started, and I did that for about 3 years prior to retirement. Then after retirement, I got in with my buddies at DC Aviation here in Arkansas, and they were doing a small startup for aircraft annual, like yearly inspections and maintenance type stuff. So I got in with them, and they had a customer, one of their other friends, they had a customer, and they wanted a plane washed and waxed. And that's honestly how it started. I was like, man, I have a detailing business. They didn't trust the guys that they knew to wash planes. They didn't trust them. They didn't like the product that it came out with. They overcharged everything. So I told them I'd give it a shot if they would let me, and they let me. And that client he's still one of my clients to this day, and that's been 4 years now. But
so he hasn't left you.
Was that?
He hasn't left you.
Mm-mm.
Now you said so basically you're like, what you're saying is you weren't going to take anybody's shit once you left the military, so you knew you had to work for yourself. No. That's what I'm here for.
I knew I wasn't even going to be. I wasn't going to be able to. Even my buddies that own businesses, I was like, "Hey, what do you think?" They're like, "No." Like, fair enough.
You mean you went to them to work, and they were like,
"Yes, I got to do my own thing."
Okay, they were like, "No."
He's still one of my good friends, but I was his supervisor in the military, and he was like, "No, not going to happen. You're an asshole." He was like, "I know how you work." Like, he loves my work, but the leadership side of it was, I was very strict.
So wait, you were like the sergeant that dropped the hammer type of deal, like, and you didn't take no shit.
Yeah.
So okay, I understand. So
and I treated everybody the same way. It was top down. It didn't matter if you were a colonel all the way down to an airman. You were treated exactly the same way.
So you would be the one that would get the comment like, "Who does this fucking guy think he is?" Like the higher ups would say that about you. That's funny. I kind of appreciate that though. Yeah, treating everybody the same way. I kind of appreciate that. That's hilarious to me, because
a straight shooter is a straight shooter, man. I mean, like, you're not going to be a cup of tea for everybody, right?
Yep.
Like,
no, did some people appreciate that? Like when you gave them that treatment that were like higher ups, or was it all of them?
The higher ups hated it.
Okay, across the board, there was no love lost there.
Yeah, because I always defended my airmen and the people on my shift. I always defended them. Like, we were treated like shit on the flight line. We were all maintenance. So we'd be doing 10, 12-hour shifts, no breaks, no lunch, nothing. And once I got into a position where I could change that, I started to, and they started giving me paperwork, trying to build my PIF up to get me kicked out.
Oh, so you took a stand and they did
Yeah.
not like that.
So it hindered,
Mad
like,
respect.
being
Mad
that
respect.
person. Yeah,
You're a
being
trouble.
that
I
person
like
hit me.
troublemakers.
Yeah, being that person definitely hindered my military career, but I advanced to the point where I could retire, and it's all good now.
Gotcha. And you're in the Air Force, right? So
I was
they say the Air Force is the smartest branch. Is that true, or is that
not with the people I met.
okay? So
Man,
How
yeah,
old are you, Mike?
I'm 44.
Okay. We're the same age, pretty much. I'm turning
Yeah.
44 next 2 months now.
So
Mm.
you, depending on your career, depending on what career branch you go down, yeah, you have to be semi smarter than the rest.
gotcha.
But what they were letting in when I was getting out, I wasn't impressed.
Not impressed. Okay.
Mm-mm. What's up,
Like,
Darren?
glad I'm not supervising those guys. He's saying he's like, yeah.
Me
Yo,
too.
what up, Darren? Got the whole gang up in here now, man.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so that's interesting. So you're like, yeah, not gonna be an option working for someone. So I did my own thing. You're already in the cars, and eventually you transitioned into planes. You went from cars to planes, right?
Mhm.
Was that always the plan, or just kind of happened because you said you already had a love for planes in general?
Yeah. So after I joined in '99. First time I touched a plane was March of 2000, and I fell in love with it. It was B-52. It didn't have any engines on it. They were doing a big phase inspection, and that thing, ugliest plane in the military's history, but I loved it. Like, and I
Which
fell in
one?
love with planes from that one.
B-52.
Yeah.
Now, which plane did you think was the worst plane? Where you're like, I don't even want to touch this plane. I don't want to fly this plane. Like, I don't like it. It just bothers me.
C-130J model.
Okay.
So it's one of the newer ones that they have out. It's all computerized, and
Mm-hmm.
it's harder to troubleshoot.
Yeah.
Big ass
It's easier.
gunship joint?
Oh, it's the gunship without the guns.
Okay.
So those are the Spectres.
Okay.
It's a great plane. It's easy to work, but it's just not. It wasn't for me. I like having to use my brain and think about troubleshooting. What's wrong with the engine? Why is it doing certain things? I didn't even like the F-16 when I worked it.
Really?
A-10s, B-52s, and the older C-130s were my three that I loved.
Now the A-10 is the one that flies closer to the ground, right?
Yeah, the brat.
Yeah, the one that has the gun on it. It's like, that's the word hawk, or no, that's something different, I think.
Shit, I forgot. Yeah, I think so. C-130J has a Hurricane Hunter. Yeah, they do have it.
How'd you feel about the Osprey 22s? Did you ever work on those?
I didn't. Marines worked a lot of them, and Warthog. Yeah, the Marines worked a lot of those, and I'm glad I didn't. It was never something I wanted to work. Like, I never wanted to work a prop plane.
Yeah,
Dude, they're nuts, man. We were driving down Tennessee or whatever, and literally they were flying in like parallel with us on the highway for like a solid, I don't know, man, must have been a 2-minute run, all the way to the point where they landed on the runway. Like as we were going down the highway, it was one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them meet their maker.
I know it's like the
overseas.
biggest problem that I hear from everybody when we talk about them or whatever. It's always
my
like,
brother,
really, really finicky to land, and
yeah, my brother does. He does work on those things, like at the factory, Boeing, and I always tease him. I'm like, yeah, man, did you build that one? Because that thing didn't really work out too well.
It's like being a mechanic on those things. It's scary as hell, because if something happens, your records get pulled, and they do a big investigation on it. On F-16s, mine were always pulled during the wars, because they were lawn darts. They'd get shot down, and it didn't matter if it was pilot error, enemy error, or enemy hit it, or anything else.
they take it right back to the mechanics.
Bullshit. So what was that like? Like, so you were in the military pre 9/11, right? I mean, you don't get to talk to someone often that's kind of, you're already in it a couple of years at that point. Did you see just a huge change, or was it business as usual? I mean,
Oh no, there was a giant change.
Yeah, so it just went hyper speed. Like you were just in the military, because I remember
like we were doing like keggers every Friday after work, and then it went to 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week, like was like you're in exercise mode training to deploy, and it turned out to be that way. Like my first deployment was in 03 to Guam with 12 B-52s.
Nice. Well, at least you got to work on the plane you liked, right? So
Yeah.
that's
So
dope.
you don't deploy on other planes unless you have to take like a certain mission, but usually you deploy on the plane that you train on.
Okay.
Gotcha. Now, were you a fan of the A-Team when you grew up?
I didn't really watch TV growing up.
None? All right. So this question doesn't
I
apply.
was always outside. I know who the A-Team is, and I watched it
Enough to know
frequently.
who
Yeah.
everybody is. Yeah.
I was gonna ask, was Murdoch your favorite character because he was the pilot and mechanic?
Oh Jesus! I'll go with that one, honestly.
Murdoch
That dude
was the best
crazy as
character.
shit.
Yeah,
You
he's
think-
crazy.
He was crazy.
I used to love how him and B.A. Baracus would fight each other all the time.
I'll be the best, dude.
And that was the best. That's the
I don't
best.
even think the A-Team had a run for more than like 4 years or something like that, man. I don't think it was on like that. Like, I don't think it had like a big long run.
Yeah,
I
like
think
4 or 5 seasons, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was anything crazy.
Yeah. And not,
spray 5,000 bullets an episode. You wouldn't see one person get hit.
yeah, it was amazing.
Great. It was so great.
AK-47s with the GMC van door sliding open on it.
Yeah, man.
It's like, that's pretty awesome. So that's pretty awesome. So all right. What's the inspiration behind your company name?
So my buddy that lived across the street from me when I first moved in, he would help a lot of people out that didn't have funds to fix their houses. He was into drywall and framing work, so he would go and help people.
Nice.
And
like Uncle John.
Yep.
You ever see the Black Wall online, Uncle John? He does all the fences and fixes all his neighbors' houses. Dude,
we'll
he's
go with
amazing.
that.
Same thing, dude. Fixes everything.
So yeah, same stuff. And I would go over there and help him when I had time, when I was home and I didn't have anything going on. So I would go over there and we became really good friends. And we did it for maybe like 2 years. But after like 6 months, I was like, dude, we need to come up with a construction company called FTS for fuck this shit. That's how it started. And then when I was getting ready to get out of the military and actually making this a business,
you might have the best name.
When I was coming up with the name for the business, it was actually my wife. She was the one who pushed me to keep on going with this side of it. She came up with the name, and I was like, you know what? I just wanted to say FTS. You figure it out, and we'll go with it.
When I first met him,
First time Suds Detailing, aka fuck this shit detailing.
When I first met him, he would go by MFer. That was
Find the Shine.
MFer 501. I still have it. It's my troll account now.
That's funny. Yeah. So that's funny. Man, I didn't know that. Fuck this shit detailing. It's the best ever.
I told my wife, I was like, whatever it is, I want it to be FTS for fuck this shit. You make it professional.
That's hilarious, bro. I think you might have the best name in detailing. I'm giving you the title right now. That's crazy.
Funny. So my question for you is, what is going from cars to planes, right? What's the biggest thing you notice doing that? Like, obviously there's a difference in what you're doing. Like, is your approach different? The time frame you're expecting for a detail different? Like, how did you have to kind of change that? Like, is it
cost? Obviously, the price
cost.
you're charging.
What's the pain point for the customer, etc.
The biggest thing is the knowledge part of it, because aircraft paint is the same as car paint. So like, once you get that and the areas that you have to stay away from, once you get that under your belt, then I think that's the biggest thing. Cost wise, you could do it however you want to. People ask me all the time how I do mine, and I do mine by hourly rate. I don't know how long it takes.
A lot of the guys do hourly rates, I think.
Yeah. So like, people are like, oh, I'll do it by the square foot, but it's not like a boat or an RV or anything like that. It's not straight. You got wings, you got everything else. And then you have, like, each plane is different because you got different chemicals that you have to use. The bellies might be clean, they might be dirty. So I go hourly rate and I give them a base price. The base price is like hourly rate times 4. Usually it takes me 4 hours to do an aircraft, start to finish, top to bottom.
Do you start at the top? Like, what's break us down with a quick process, right? You don't got to go into full nitty gritty, but I mean, like, you show up playing what Cessna, like, I mean, what style?
I show up like today. I did a Cirrus.
Okay.
Those usually run $1.2 million. And the first thing I'll do is take a degreaser and go through the leading edges, the nose, and the tail. Try to degrease as much as I can, remove any bugs and whatnot. Then I'll start from the top down. So I'll start at the top of the wing or top of the tail, and then work my way down. Then I'll do the wings, I'll do the fuselage, and I do the belly and underneath the plane last.
Now, as far as like bugs go on a plane, like, I mean, is it just every plane extremely splattered up? Like,
some are worse than others. So I work one it's called a pipeline plane, and they fly low to the ground because they inspect the pipelines that are in, make sure there's no damages or anything like that.
Okay.
So the lower you fly, the more bugs you're going to get. And those things are yellow, but after about 100 hours of flying, the leading edges are black, leading edges and nose.
Wow.
So like those are always upcharged. Anytime it's like excessive bugs. Yeah. Anytime it's excessive bugs or excessive dirt on the belly, it's going to be upcharged. And all the customers know that. I'm upfront with all that stuff.
So would you say you did Cirrus? Was it SR22?
SR22.
Oh, what it is? Let me see. I can pull this up on the screen real fast. I'm pretty bad at this sharing screen stuff. I want to try.
Cirrus SR22 today. I have I'm still waiting for the callback. I was supposed to do a full paint correction or polish, not even a correction, just polishing it out. And what about birds? Honestly, Birdie, I had to call the owner of the plane today because there was feathers all down his belly. And I asked him if he hit a bird. And he was like, no, why? And I sent him pictures. And he was like, oh, crap. He was like, that's why my sensors were acting up yesterday.
Huh. Oh, man.
It's just like that, right?
Which isn't good. Which isn't good.
Mm-hmm. So these planes, when it comes to like, a lot of people ask about coatings. Each plane has a different recommendation. And for Cirrus, you are not supposed to coat them because it's a fiberglass plane, and the newer ones have static wicks. You can see it in the far right edge of that wing, all the way at the tip. That little back right there.
Right there.
Go back.
Back here. Here.
Right at the trailing edge. That's a static wick. So that discharge static from the aircraft that builds up inside the wings
because of the fiberglass.
Yep. So all planes have it, but Cirrus for some reason never did it on their previous years. They just now started doing it here within the last like 3 to 5 years. So you wouldn't even be able to coat that plane, and even with these static wicks, they still tell you not to coat it because a coating on that plane can actually seal that static in the wing and travel to the flight deck, which will cause a P-static issue.
Whoa, that's
and it could fry the system. Yep. And if you do coat it and it's under warranty, it voids the paint warranty. Once the paint warranty is voided out, it automatically voids out the electronics warranty.
No way.
So
those are really badass planes. Was that 1.25?
So when the customer that bought his a couple years ago, it was 1.2 for the one he bought, and they're probably more expensive now.
Let's see how much the pre-owns are, Godfrey. We gotta start selling some more bio bonds, bro.
Oh boy, you know what? We're gonna fly now, man. You don't even like the regular plane seat. You know what I mean?
Dun, dun, dun.
That's because I don't have any damn room.
Yeah.
You put that stick between my legs. Pause.
You ever see that dude that
different story?
Do you ever see that dude that sells the planes, like the private jets, and he like starts talking about the other options and stuff like that? It's like, this is 20 million here, this is 25 million. If you want to go across the world, here's 50. I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? Just realize how much money these planes are, man. That's $1 million plane right there, you said, right?
Yeah, 1.2.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that's considered, that's not a small, it's not nothing, but that's like, as far as planes go, that's not a big plane.
No, it's a small plane, but it's an advanced plane. So that one actually has a parachute in it too.
No, what?
Wait, hold on. Wouldn't they all have a parachute in it?
No. He's saying the plane has a parachute.
The plane itself has a parachute for itself.
So you mean if the plane just breaks down, a parachute pops out, and it's gonna just gently land? Well, as gently as you can, but it's
So
gonna.
it has a parachute in the back, and then it has two, if I remember correctly, right at the wing, the winglet edges, it has two floaters. Is that a pink Cirrus?
Yeah.
Mary
1.3.
Mary
So
Kay version.
as a 25, I think brand new. The
So
demonstrator,
the one that I did today was the one to the right of that.
the orange one or bright
Yeah.
yellow or whatever. High
Green.
vis yellow.
Yeah, high vis yellow. It was pretty much
Pretty
that same
badass.
exact one.
So planes run off of hours, right? Not
I do.
miles.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go, Jordan Lee. That's a plane for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's for IGL Boo Boo right there. That's got her name all over it. They're sweet, man. They're like cool little machines.
Yeah.
It's not like a no Cessna, man. That thing looks like it's pretty badass.
They're pains in the to work on. Like that light strip, that LED light strip. Just to fix that, you have to remove that whole wingtip.
What, up here?
No, the one on the closest to us, the one right on the wing.
Oh, right here.
Yeah,
that whole strip, this whole thing. They're pretty sharp looking though, dude. Were they four passenger?
That one is, yeah.
Okay.
Two normal sized people, and then like two.
It's like trying to jam some people in the back of a coupe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
What's the distance you can go at one of those, max distance?
I want to be able to tell you.
Okay.
I actually don't like flying.
Wait a sec. All right, you're into planes, but you're not a fighter. Okay.
I'm telling you, things are sharp, dude.
Listen, we had Andy on here the other day, and he was like, "I don't like sugar," but he's like, "I drink energy drinks every day." I was
he's like, I drink 3 Monsters and 15 5-hour Red Bulls and
that's funny.
17 cups of coffee. What's
that
your
is
favorite
pretty,
candy?
Man.
I don't like candy.
Yeah, I love how it's like 1.3 million. You still got these like ghetto ass gauges down here for control for your heat and your air.
It looks like a Ford Focus right there
That's
in the
what
middle.
I'm
You want to call those ghetto? Look at a Cirrus. A Cirrus is still like a little flip switch.
No way, dude. Like old school, like muscle car, like little flick toggle switch. These things are sharp though, dude. I'm really impressed with these things. So like, I don't know, man. Like, take us through the process. I mean, you do the outside, degrease everything.
So the inside, I don't even charge for because they don't get dirty like cars. I'll take some rinseless wash, and like, there's no grease. There's no buildup anywhere. The most you have to do is wipe the windows off and wipe off the screens if they're touch screen.
Okay.
So a lot of the stuff stays clean. Most of them are leather seats. So that cleans up easy. Like, hell, they could have done a better job cleaning the floor on that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, definitely got a bunch of specs on the floor there.
So
kind of reckless.
That's about the normal. Just looking at that right there, that's about the normal look of an interior on any plane that I do.
So do you ever get like rush jobs from people? Because I always see plane guys talk about that. I charge them a rush fee because they need
$8,000 rush fee, whatever.
Yeah, Alcantara. I do. From bigger companies, I do, and they do get charged extra, but it's not like what you see on TikTok. A lot of the TikTok stuff is satire.
Gotcha.
Like I charge them $6,000 for a short notice and rush fee and all this other stuff, and
I think it's super sharp, man.
They're fun little planes.
Interesting.
From what my buddy tells me, he just
time out.
One of my friends.
Is this what I think it is?
It is definitely what you think it is.
The light's
actually on the bottom of that step.
Yeah, that's crazy. I cannot believe they put that on a plane.
That's crazy.
I mean, I got them like in my car and shit, you know what I mean? Like puddle lights or whatever, but like on a plane, I feel like that's definitely like that. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, that light is right on the bottom of that step.
No way, dude.
So what about so tell us, of course you use bio bombs, and we don't know. You use the minis and a steamer in here. So tell us about that process. I mean, a
lot of the times it's just the older planes that have stains in the seats and things like that. That's where I'll pull out my steamer, because they're not all leather seats, like the older Cessnas and Pipers and things like that.
So you're team steamer versus extractor. You're your team steamer.
I'm both.
Okay.
I think each of them has a place.
Okay. But if you had
So
a preference, would you go steamer over extractor?
on a plane, yes, I would.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Got
the only reason is because the seats don't get as bad. The whole interior don't get as bad as a car.
right, which
So
is
you're not.
probably nice, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
I mean,
not.
5 kids inside the car, sports bags and food and stop at McDonald's and whatever. So
Have you ever had one trashed like really bad though, like where it brought you back to like, what am I doing, cars again? Like, you ever had that thought? Like,
yeah, I
Yep.
was gonna say a couple of cats I talked to that do planes. They're like, "Yo, some of these things are absolutely destroyed in
The
one flight."
older the older planes are like that. I had a customer. He had a barn find plane. Spent it was it's a Cessna 206 or 210. He bought it for 30,000, I think.
Yeah.
I want to say he bought it for 30,000, but the interior on that thing it was supposed to be like a beige color, and it was black. It was just nasty, rat infested, and it was just disgusting. We ended
rat,
up just
rat,
ripping it.
rat infested plane probably does not work well for me, dude.
Yeah, he ended up ripping out everything. He was like, "No, I'm not going to deal with it." But the worst I've seen, I've had to use an extractor once on a plane in the 5 years I've been doing them, and it was just like grease, oil
Ugh.
stains.
do you ever do
But
like crop duster planes, like or
mm-mm.
no, nothing like that?
There's a guy north of me, in the northern part of Arkansas that does a lot of crop dusters. And
Mhm.
I asked him if he needed help. I let him know. I was like, if you need help, just hit me up. I'll come up there and help you out. No issue. He's only like 3 hours away.
Nice. So the minis are, see, guys, if you have a plane, have some minis with you and a steamer.
They work good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, sir. I appreciate that.
So you're not, are you ever dropping them in an APC or just pretty much putting it in a steamer entirely?
I just use it in the steamer mostly.
Okay.
What steamer you use?
It's a cheap knockoff. So what is it called? Vapor Rhino is what it was called. It is not called that anymore. Somebody else bought them out, and they don't even make it. The company that bought them out just stopped making them altogether. So if I have to replace this one, I'm going to get a Chief or something like that.
Okay.
Maybe Chief bought them.
Chief did not buy them. The people that bought them have no idea about steamers. Like
That's crazy.
it's
Huh.
it's insane. But you just have to make sure when you're using it, you just follow the manufacturers, because some of them don't want you to use tap
Distilled.
water.
Yeah.
And
Some
so,
want distilled, some want
Yep.
tap. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Interesting. Now, do you feel like, speaking of cheese steamer, I don't know if we can reveal this or not, Christian, but do you feel like that the BioBomb minis kind of help keep it clean in a sense, or like because we've heard reports back it has, and that's something we've been working on.
Yeah,
Like,
I was talking with Kevin over at Chief or whatever. I mean, he runs into issues all the time with guys who just aren't maintaining their machines properly, whether it be just leaving water in them for months at a time or whatever, or putting other stuff in it that they shouldn't be putting inside the machine. So like one of the things he deals with all the time is like these service issues with machines that aren't that old. So we're actually gonna be pairing up with him. He's gonna start dropping some minis and all of his Chiefs when they go out the door with a little info packet to, run a mini through them every once in a while to clean out the internals. Because Chief actually they want you to use tap water because the minerals and stuff like that. I think it's something with like the heat sensor or something like that. It's able to give you the proper reading for pressure and for
it's the same
temperature.
with one I have.
Yeah. They basically knocked off Chief then 100%.
Oh yeah, like you can look at a Chief, except I have the water canister on the back, or the detergent canister on the back. So I drop the
Yep.
minis in that detergent canister.
Yep. Separate
and
tank.
let it dissolve
Yeah.
and everything like
That's
that.
the best, dude. You can't beat that. Quick refill, pour right in, right? Yeah.
So we were talking to you earlier about the show too, right before the show, and it's like, hey man, how do you feel about men's mental health? And you're talking about your hat. Tell us about your hat, because
Yeah, please.
So
there you go.
There it goes.
So let the hard days win.
I went through. So after retirement, I went through a big battle with mental health because of not being able to find a job, even though I still had money coming in, had an income from retirement, have an income from disability.
So frustrating when I hear you guys go through that shit, man.
You're not working, and it was my choice not to work. I wanted to see how far I could take it. living off the paycheck that I was given. But you still don't feel like you're providing enough. And not being able to find a job or hold a job knowing that I wasn't going to be able to, that took a giant toll on me.
Mm.
I started drinking a lot. And like I have whiskey all over this place. Whiskey is my go-to drink. But I started drinking a lot. I gained like 85 pounds, 60 to 85 pounds, something like that in 6 months.
Rock hard
So
gut. Just
it was
drinker.
nasty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's something that I still deal with, but don't let the hard days win. Like I said, my wife's an angel. She found a little quote, the same thing. I think it's on this hoodie. Yep. So it's this hoodie.
Love it.
Yeah, I like it.
It's
I like
blurred out, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
We got it.
And that's what I've stuck to. Like every time I have an issue, that and one more day. So I used to help people with SI thoughts while I was in the military. And I still do. I still get calls with it. I don't think I think there's a stigma behind mental health as a whole, and when it comes towards men in general, that it's a weakness. I don't think it is, because it takes a lot to actually stand up and say that you have an issue, that you have a problem. The shitty thing about it, though, is once you open that box, it's really hard to it's really hard to like rein that shit in. So you have to have gentle reminders, and this is my gentle reminder: don't let the hard days win. Um, and numerous other things, because what's going on right now is not worth losing your life over. It can always get better. Once you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go but up.
Yeah.
And I have people that still call me, that ask for advice, that even though it's like it sucks on my aspect, but I have things that I can do here that help my brain now, not prescription wise. It's medical Mary, and that does help me a lot.
Yeah.
No shame in that, man. I mean, listen,
I-
you got to put the work in too, just like anything else. Training
listen,
your body, training your mind.
It's
You know,
it's for you guys, man, especially vets and stuff, you know, especially the way you get treated when you get out of the service and you kind of get back into like gen pop, you know what I mean? Trying to fit in. It's a different type of
It's hard.
world. It's a
We
different
don't.
type of world for you guys. No, you don't, dude. I got a very, very close friend of mine, man, who battled for a long time. Just with a bunch of different mental health stuff, dude. I mean, tried everything. You know what I mean? Whether it be, you know, psilocybin, you know, ice baths. I mean, you name it, dude. I mean, just actually went down. He was on Fox News. He actually went down to Ibogaine, and it was like it's so far been an absolute game changer for him. Nothing else really worked.
it's pretty cool.
So I've been seeing a therapist about my issues since 2017 is when I first started seeing this therapist, and I've been with him ever since. And he wanted me to do the LSD micro tripping, where
Yeah.
they give you a little bit of LSD, you sit in a room and you fight your own battles.
Yeah.
So there's stuff out there. It's unfortunately that one's not approved yet. They're still trying to get it approved. But everything that I've seen on that one, it helps so much. Like I've seen full-fledged Marines going through it, that took it, or that tried that experiment, and they come out way better on the other side. And what you do is you're watched by a doctor and a therapist, and they just lock you in a room, and you have a battle with yourself pretty much. But
Yeah.
you're watched so you don't hurt yourself or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We I mean, it's gotta be close to 4 years ago now or whatever. But I went with my boy down after the first time he went down. We went down to Texas and did a wild run with psilocybin and the bufo toad and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And we were down there with a couple guys, man, who, you know, just the stuff that they were going through even before they got there or whatever, man, was insane. But I mean, I remember being, you know, kind of coming around after my stuff, and I remember just hearing these dudes just wailing, man. You know what I mean? And literally, like, they came out, dude, and we're all crying together, hugging each other and stuff, like sitting thigh to thigh. You know what I mean? Like two dudes like sitting next to each other, like the warmth of another dude's thigh, and it's like usually kind of weird. And we were just all kind of like lovey dovey, everybody. But I mean, like,
You're
it's
there for a
amazing.
reason.
It's amazing, dude. Like what can be unlocked when you have the right tools and you're not being held back by kind of like the constraints of like government or whatever regulations or whatever. So dude, if you want, man, I definitely can link you up. My boy has got a dude running a major program. You know what I mean? That's
Oh no, I live with my battles. My battles
okay.
are my deep, not my battles.
Well, if you got homies that are calling you and stuff like that or whatever, man, like I definitely got contacts for you that
Oh, okay,
potentially,
yeah, I'll
you know what I
definitely do.
mean? Oh, 100%, dude. 100%. Fully funded. They'll fly them out the whole 9 yards. So
Because I lost 2 years ago. I missed one call. This guy used to call me all the time. I missed one call, and
Oh man,
that's
jeez,
the
dude.
one that haunts me still.
I'm sure, bro. I'm sorry for
His
your
wife,
loss. That's terrible.
wife and kids. He left back behind a wife and kids, but his wife hit me up. Was like, look, you kept him here longer than he was supposed to be. So it sucks, but
that guy had to provide some solace, though, right? I mean, it's not it's the second prize you don't want, but at least
yeah,
you knew you made a difference. You know, it's but that's man. I feel you on that. It'll haunt me too.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
100%.
But that's good work that you're doing, though. I mean, that's putting yourself out there, helping your brothers in arms and helping people out to get through, that kind of trauma it's not easy. It's not a lot of people are built for it. You know what I mean?
It's
and
not
trauma's trauma. Like it doesn't matter if
facts.
you've watched somebody themselves, you watched it in battle, you were beat as a kid, like, and I'm not talking like spanked on the ass when you got in trouble. Like
Yep.
you were the punching bag for your drunk father. It doesn't matter what it is. It's
Yep.
still PTSD to a sort. It's still trauma, and
Absolutely.
there are definitely ways to cope with all that stuff better than a bottle. And what got me to change is one night I drank 3 bottles of whiskey in 3.5 hours,
Oh,
and
man.
Woo!
I was actually on live when I did it. And Dirt Buster, he was in the chat. I don't know if he still is. Big shout out to him because he's the one who saved me.
I might have been on that live one day because you were pretty saucy on one of them. I remember, but I was like, Mike's extra invigorated tonight. That's what I was thinking. But I didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? But you were throwing daggers a little bit more. And I was just like, that's wow, man. He's ornery tonight. But yeah, I'm glad that Dirt Buster reached out.
Big shout out to you, Godfrey, for bringing it up again this week. Obviously, Mike, you too, man. Like, men's health is really important. And I think the more the guys started to talk about it and realize that, there are people out there. Listen, your immediate circle of your boys, I get it, man. You tell them something, they're going to break your balls about it, whatever. It's kind of standard operating procedure. But as you get older,
it's easier to reach out to somebody you don't have any connection with.
There's other people in life as you get older, you realize that like the homies and the guys are the guys, and then there's other people that you feel like you could feel safe reaching out to. I know Godfrey will say it, Mike will say it now, I'll say it myself. Anybody ever in the chat, man, you guys ever need somebody to talk to or whatever,
100%.
like just reach out, dude.
Yeah, for sure. And the therapist thing's a big thing. I'm a big believer, and I have one myself, Mike, and I think therapists help a lot. I really do. If you get paired with one that
it takes a while. You have to find the one that you like, and that's the biggest thing. People are like, "Oh, I'm going to go see therapy," but they stick with the first therapist that they have, and they just want to push. And the VA is horrible about it. They just want to push like meds down your throat. Here, take this, take this, take this, and it just turned. And I was on those meds. It turns you into a zombie. Like you can't function, you can't think.
Doesn't really mask the problem. Doesn't really solve the problem, right? That's the problem in itself. The therapy, if you get a good therapist, I've been fortunate enough to have a good one myself for a long time, but you get a good one, it really helps you kind of gain more function mentally, I think, as you go through those steps and you kind of observe your behaviors and talk about it. And, you build that that trust and relationship with the therapist. But yeah, the pill.
You
I've
have
always
to open
yeah.
up though, right? That's the biggest thing with a therapist, right? Like you got to find somebody, one, in my opinion, that's going to like give you the hard facts that you don't want to hear necessarily. You need somebody to like kind of play devil's advocate in a situation. You have to feel comfortable enough to be able to talk to them. You don't want them to be like a yes man person. And you obviously don't want to get to a point where you're just spitting off an hour worth of shit every week. And they're like, all right, well, it's time to go. You know what I mean? Like, so it is a delicate balance. But again, the biggest thing I find that was an issue, at least when I was going through times in my life when things were a little rougher for me or whatever. That shit's expensive, man.
It is.
You know what I mean? Especially now after COVID or whatever. You drop a solid $150, $200 for a 45-minute to an hour session. Like most people can't jam on that, dude. Like that's the roughest part about it. Which is why I think like BetterHelp and some of these other apps that are available now, where you can kind of like, find somebody that way, at least have somebody to talk to, I think is cool. But I'll tell you what, man. Something that helped me a lot when I was going through some rough stuff, man. It's like ChatGPT. Like it sounds crazy because it's not a human being or whatever, but like you can get some good advice from that model or
You
whatever.
are not the first person I heard you say that, or you're not the first person I heard say that.
Dude, I'm serious. You can write a prompt that's like, hey, listen, I'm a 43-year-old male. I'm married or I'm single or I have 2 kids. Here's my financial situation. I'm good 90% of the time, but there's times when I go really dark. These are the thoughts that I feel. I'm really scared to be able to like let down my family. I have a lot of pressure on me with the job. You could write this whole thing down and just be like, yo, I'm just looking for somebody to talk to and give me a little bit of guidance when I feel like I'm straying off and I want to be in a safe space to be able to talk. And like literally the response that you'll get will blow you away. And it's crazy because they talk to you now.
Yeah.
Like you could just click the talk button on ChatGPT and she'll have a full conversation or he'll have a full conversation with you or whatever. And it's like, that might just be what you need sometime. Just somebody to listen, right? Like, and now like this AI model can listen and it's not really like a judgment thing. So
hold on, I'm gonna make a note to myself. Talk to Christian about his conversations with ChatGPT after show. No,
I'm nice to mine, man. Me and her got a good relationship.
Check in every day. No, I'm just joking.
Seriously.
No,
dude. No. I mean, I'm saying I got a chat from mine when I'm going through some stuff. Or
I didn't know how to talk mode. Actually.
I actually have a list of people that I call either on a weekly or monthly basis to check in on them just to make sure that they're okay.
That's pretty awesome.
I love that, dude. I love that.
So, what we are going to jump into now, because it is time for the fun portion of the show.
Oh, geez. Got to lighten up a little bit.
A little fresh AF boy.
Fresh AF boy. Fresh AF boy.
I don't think you have any idea how
fresh
I really am.
All right. I apologize in advance to you, Mike.
No.
Oh man, he knows what to expect, man. He's been on.
I'm sure he does. I know.
He's a veteran. All right, of the Bio Bombs Live. So, your favorite bio air freshener bar scent?
Bevy grape.
Grape. Not a bad one. Now you got that at SEMA last year. We gave you that.
I did.
Okay.
And I bought a lot since them, but I have your new ones on the way. So
nice.
and a couple of the other ones.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
All
right. Now I don't know if you do this on planes, because you might rinseless or not. Do you use rinseless?
Yeah.
So you're a big fan of rinseless. What kind of rinseless do you use? Should you use?
I'll try out everything. Right now I'm using Coach Kemi rinseless to try that out. I love the smell of it. I've used more Delubo products and things like that, but CTX was a really good one also.
Okay. Shout out to Nighthawk. All right, Crocs or not?
No.
Love that.
Team no Crocs. We're team no Crocs. Yeah.
That's one thing Godfrey and I agree with.
Team no Crocs. Favorite polisher?
Milwaukee cordless.
Okay. Is that M18 Darren?
Shout out to Darren.
It's not because of Darren.
Okay.
It's just because it's cordless.
Okay. Now
I'm not giving him that win anyway, even if
no.
Yeah. Crocs or not? Yeah, I want to go back to that. I've been hearing conversations, off in a distance, like, yeah, man, I prefer Crocs with socks, without socks. I'm like, wait a second.
It doesn't matter. No Crocs.
Like, no Crocs. Yeah, but with socks, that's nuts. All right, so
it's like wearing flip flops with socks.
Just as bad. It's just as much of a sin if you ask me. There's no difference.
So, what is your go-to playlist in the trenches?
Oh, good question.
90s hip hop.
Hey,
90. I would have never guessed that. All right, so what?
Like 90s, like early 90s?
All the 90s.
Really?
Okay.
I love that, dude. There's so many great
90s hip
albums
hop.
from the
Okay,
90s.
okay.
Like anything prior to, honestly, anything prior to like 2000, I will listen to.
Golden era.
hmm
Yeah, it was spectacular back then,
When
man.
everything was when everything was still fresh and coming out.
Everything was so great back then.
Yeah, it didn't all sound the same like it does now for me.
Yeah, East Coast had its own real distinct sound. West Coast had its own real distinct sound. I mean, that was like the beginning of like really like Snoop and Dre and all them guys
Mhm.
really starting to come up. Like
Mhm.
obviously like NWA and stuff, but I mean that was like the beginning of the Death Row era. You had like
Hell, even
the-
like oh shit, I was listening to it today. Now I can't even think of it.
Nate Dogg was going back then. Mobb Deep was
Cypress
doing
Hill.
that thing. It's like, dude, I just watched literally before the pod. Cypress Hill just had a whole symphony behind them. I forget where the show was at or whatever, but they had like 50 people, like cellos, violins, the whole 9 yards. And I just watched them do We Ain't Going Out Like That with a full orchestra behind them. And I was literally on my couch, like, yo, I'm gonna be late to the podcast because I can't stop watching this shit.
Mhm.
Cypress was the best back in the day, dude.
Nice. They were. How about worst car to detail?
I don't do. Oh, man,
Back in the day. Come
worst
on.
worst one that I've done. Worst car that Golf. It's so damn small.
It's too small, bro.
Yeah. I got
Back is broken by the time you're in the back of that thing,
Yep.
dude.
Oh,
Right.
regulators, hell yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Shout out to Nate Dogg, man.
what kind of whiskey? Any kind of whiskey. What's the number one whiskey?
Buffalo Trace.
It depends on like just sip Angel's Envy.
Angel Envy, yes.
Angel's Envy or Basil Hayden, one of those two.
Okay.
Angel Envy is
Okay.
very good, dude.
Okay.
Very good. My boy put me down with that a few years back.
I never liked Buffalo Trace because for the longest time we couldn't get it here. I don't know why they didn't sell it in the liquor stores here, but everybody hyped it up so damn much. And then by the time I got a bottle, I was like,
Not that great. Yeah.
no.
So favorite plane to detail. I know what your favorite plane is. Tell me favorite to detail. Do you have
Favorite one to detail? The Cirruses.
okay.
They're easy. They're no rivet lines. You're not getting paint
That's what I was gonna
chips.
ask you. Like rivet lines, I'm sure has to be one of the biggest pains in the ass when you're doing a
So
plane. Because you would imagine the paint's probably really shitty right around like where
It
those
is.
rivets are
It's
at.
just
You
like
wanna be
it's just like
really
going around
careful.
corners on cars. So
Yeah.
you have all the rivets that you have to get around to, and everything's only like a half inch apart from each other. So those are just pains in the ass. The Cirruses are just a clean, smooth plane.
Okay. How about gloss or no gloss tires? If you were gonna do a tire shine.
No gloss.
No gloss. Okay. Go to interior cleaner.
As of right now, it's Detail Studios Interior Solution.
Okay.
Okay.
Just because I have it by the gallon and it's what I'm using.
Gotcha. So your mind can be changed, is what you're saying.
It can. Like I'm not brand specific at
Yeah.
all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Favorite car.
1960 Thunderbird.
Okay. You were prepared for that one. I knew he was prepared for that. All right. 19. Didn't you say you're working on a project car?
1960 Thunderbird.
Okay. There we go.
My God, I love that, bro.
All right. Favorite cartoon as a kid?
I didn't watch them.
No?
Mm-mm.
Did you have really strict parents growing up? Or
He was
just-
outside.
I stayed outside.
Okay.
It was better outside than it was in my house, so I stayed out of my house.
That makes sense.
Makes sense. Got it. All right. Do you like wings?
Yeah.
Ranch versus blue cheese.
Ranch.
Okay.
Oh.
Blue cheese is disgusting. No, blue cheese is disgusting across the board. It doesn't matter.
Well, as Redman says, I'll be that. I'll be
There
that.
wasn't TV back then, Jordan Lee. All three of us are the same damn age.
I know. She just want to be throwing bombs out there.
All
Listen
right,
here,
yeah.
Munchkin.
Yeah. Candy corn.
Hey.
Ooh, I'm eating candy corn. Ew.
Yeah, Drago. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect timing.
Yeah. Candy corn, yes or no?
No.
I knew.
Boo.
Ketchup on eggs, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Now we have yellow mustard versus spicy brown
Yellow.
mustard. Yellow. Wow.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay. Yellow is listen. Yellow, it's got its place. It's got its place. I'll give you that. It's got its place. Have you ever had spicy brown?
Yeah.
Okay.
he's
Just checking.
first.
No,
He's confident in his
we've had
answer. He's
we've had
confident in his answer.
people
Let him go.
we've had people in here that said they have never had spicy brown.
That is
That's
true.
weird. There's
That
a
is
lot of
true.
places that give you spicy brown for your for pretzels when you're in Germany.
I mean, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I
The
would
spicy brown
imagine,
and the
dude.
pretzel makes
Well,
sense, right?
Or
Oh.
regular mustard on a pretzel still makes sense.
Best food in Germany when you were there that you were like, this is totally German. I love it.
Oh man. Their chicken sandwiches. Like there was it's like a food truck, but over there, and they would have a rotisserie of chicken, and they would have like chicken breast sandwiches, but it was the seasoning on 'em, and you can't find it here, and I can't think of what it was. But those were the best things in the world to me. That and fries with their little Jaeger sauce on top of it, the mushroom sauce.
Jaeger sauce, they call it. Okay.
That's what it was called. It might change by now, but
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, so that's I'll be looking for that if I go to Germany, that's for sure. Snickers Army, mount up. Vein down or vein up?
whole one bite.
Hey,
Yo. There we go. Hey. One bite. Everybody knows the rules, man. That's what I'm talking about. So one of the best. That's a top five, top
I just
three
don't
answer.
understand how so many people come up with original answers after
I
we've
love
done
it.
this question
That's
so many times. Like
Fucking
everyone's
great.
got something.
He was
smart
ready
to
for
say.
that, man. That was
Was ready
rapid
for that
fire.
one.
He was ready
No,
for that.
as soon as the first time that I heard this question, I thought of one of my friends that I used to work with. His name was Rub, and he would always get hot dogs for lunch. Like down the 2 hangars down, they used to have a hot dog machine and sell hot dogs. So he would always go get them. I'd be like, "How are you gonna eat that, dude?" He didn't have any, like, he was just holding 2 hot dogs, and he was like a real man, and he would slam the hot dog down on the table and just go right down on the thing. I'm like, "Motherfucker, I'm done. I'm gone."
Jesus.
So the first time I heard that question, I thought of him, and I was like, "You know what?
Yeah.
If I ever get on this podcast, that's
what's
exactly how I'm gonna answer it."
That's what's up. Shout out to
He
Rob.
was ready. He was ready. All right. Hardest question to show, as people say, loyalty or respect?
Respect. Not a hard question.
Not hard. Why is this not a hard question? You seem definitively
Because
No
you can't have loyalty without respect.
interesting.
Respect is the foundation of loyalty.
I would tend to agree with that. Actually, I do like that answer, and I tend to agree with that. How can you have loyalty without respect? Can you be loyal to someone you don't respect? If you don't respect him, you're like, I'm not loyal to this guy. I don't respect him. You know?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see
Yeah.
it.
They go hand in hand, but you can't.
They do.
I don't think you can be loyal to somebody, like Matt said. You can't be loyal to somebody you don't respect.
What's like the biggest thing that I've been seeing like over the weeks when I'm thinking about it and hearing everybody's responses is like loyalty is kind of more of an intimate, personal thing, right? Like obviously, like it makes sense. Like Godfrey and me have a great relationship, right? But it's like I respect Godfrey, but Godfrey's loyal to me. I'm loyal to God. You know what I mean? So like the respect is obviously there, but you're not looking for that from somebody who is just a regular person that might be in your life part-time or whatever, right? It's like the respect is kind of where you want to be at in those situations. Closer, more intimate relationships. I feel like loyalty is more of the important thing for me. But again, you can't really have that without having the respect.
But even with exactly, that's what I was about to say. You can't have that close. You wouldn't be as close as you guys are if you didn't have respect in the first place.
Right. Sure, there wouldn't be a need to be loyal. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't be loyal to anybody that I don't respect. I wouldn't. I couldn't.
Right.
Yeah, I feel you on that for sure. That makes a ton of sense. Well, Mike, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Thanks for
This was fun. I was
Absolutely,
glad to have you
man.
on one of the originals, at least in my world, one of the originals. You know what I mean? So I was getting them on as we wind down this first year with the Funkin homies, and it was great having you on. Great hearing your story and kind of inspirational about what you're doing for people to
Heck
kind
yeah,
of
man.
like be out there. Everybody, listen, man, call your homies, whoever they are.
I always check in.
Yeah, For sure.
Call your
Never know,
homies.
man. Somebody just needs 5 minutes, dude. That's what it comes
Dude,
down
you
to
got-
all the time. It's like somebody's just
listen.
looking for 5 minutes.
You got 30 minutes in a car, make a couple calls to your homies. You know what I mean? You never know. Like you're sitting there, you know, putting the wash in, you're watching the dog take a dump in the backyard, call one of your homies. I don't know. There's free time you can find to call one of your homies. That's all I'm saying. Make
100%.
it
You don't know
a
how much
goal.
a high, how you been.
Yeah, for
Not
real.
in a text.
Yeah,
A call.
man.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
don't give me text. I mean, if you absolutely have to, fine. But it's text they don't connect the same way.
100%. Call them, not text them, not Facebook message them, not Instagram them. Call them. You know what I mean? And they'll appreciate it. Even if they're not a phone person, do it. Be all up in their shit. But like, hey man, what's up? How's it going?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything? You know, bust it up with them. So
I'm gonna reach out to my boy tomorrow, man. I want to get you a bunch of contact information. I'll make sure we get something over to you. My boy will probably schedule a call with you just to talk and shoot the shit or whatever. And
That's
you guys
beautiful.
can
I'd
figure something
appreciate
out. 100%, dude. 100%. Especially if you're talking to guys that are vets and stuff like that or whatever. I mean, it's huge because if they need the help,
100%.
these guys can help them
there's,
out. So.
There's not a lot. There's a lot out there, but most of it's all for show, which I don't like. So
Yeah. This is.
Why are you rubbing your nipple?
Because it's hard. No.
Okay. On that note, everybody, we're out of here. We'll see you next week. Great way to end.